Fit with Fox is sponsored by Gold's Gym.
8:14, maintaining your fitness routine during this time of year can be challenging. Fitness expert Evan Fuentes with Gold's Gym is joining us with ways of staying active through the Thanksgiving holiday. And then we're right into the Christmas holiday. This is a hard time for me.
But it is the most wonderful time of year, right?
Oh, it is, and I love it. And all the foods that come with it.
It sure does, and that's a great point. So what we're going to centralize our workouts for this first segment is what we're going to do at home.
Okay.
We understand that on Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to be very lazy, full. So going to the gym might not be our first priority.
Okay. But should you? So a lot of people ask. A lot of people will go early and say, okay, I've gotten that out of the way. That gives me more leeway to eat a little more than I would normally. You know,
we support healthy habits no matter the day.
Okay.
So we'll say that as long as we're monitoring what we're eating as frequently as we are, I'm perfectly fine with it.
Okay.
You're allowed to treat yourself every once in a while. So the workouts we're going to do, as said, mostly going to be revolved around basic activities, but we're going to modify them to make it a little bit more interesting. So the first thing we're doing all day on Thursday is sitting, right?
A lot of that.
Right.
Sitting, eating, and football watching.
A lot of this, too. Ugh. So what we're going to do is we're going to do workouts on a chair that are a little bit more interesting.
Okay.
Mostly revolved around the core. So for me, I always hold on to the sides. If there's no sides, hold on to the chair. I'm going to start out extending my legs up and down. The key is slow. Listen, we're tired, football's on, we don't want to make too big of a scene. We could do this casually whenever we're watching the game, when we're eating food.
I'm going to tell you, that's going to cause a scene if you're doing that in the middle of the football game.
Well, let's do it whenever we can.
But I encourage it. I'm good with it.
I always like to modify it, too. So if you're sitting down in the chair, lean back just a little bit, up and down, nice and slow. Also, one of my personal favorites is extending in and out. Bending your toes sideways.
Okay.
Great way to hit those obliques as well as not do a lot of movement.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, we have a bunch of these.
Okay.
So now, hopefully we're a little more sanitary when it comes to our dishware, but we know we're going to be doing a lot of cooking, right?
I can't wait to see where we're going with this.
So the first one I always like to do is I always like to look at the turkey. I'm not going to lie. When I'm watching that oven really bake, I'm all into it. So one activity I like to do is whenever I'm leaning down and seeing that turkey, I wanted to get a nice little lunge going on. So one lunge this way.
Okay.
One lunge this way.
There we go, while you watch the turkey.
That's right, because we're doing a lot of bending down anyway, right?
Make it work, Evan. I'm with it.
Might as well have a little fun with it, get a little cardio burn in there, right?
Okay.
Another one of the more traditional workouts that is universally known would be mixing pie batter, right?
Okay. Yes.
Done it all the time, cake, pies, going like this, right? After about a minute, it gets a little exhausting. So what we're gonna do is switch it up. Forward, backward, full hand. Make sure we're using that full wrist. I'm telling you, that is quite an arm workout. You will feel it right away.
Okay, I like it.
The last one I'm going to recommend is a kid's favorite activity on Thanksgiving is spilling things, right? Seen it every single day.
It happens.
So instead of just bending down nice and slightly, what we're going to do is we're going to do a full lunge and wipe it up and stand up.
This
switch
feels
legs.
like some Mr. Miyagi type.
Little wax on, wax off. Exactly.
Perfect. That's a great way to eat and get through the holidays and get your exercise in, too.
I'm already sweating, I'll tell you.
All right. So we're going to see you back in to get some more tips. Let's get over to John.
Get Fit with Fox is sponsored by Gold's Gym.
9:24. Before we begin with Get Fit, we have some breaking news. You're looking live at the White House, where a lockdown there has just been lifted. That lockdown was put in place after a plane entered restricted airspace. The plane was not determined to be a threat. All right, now we're talking about burning off what you eat over the Thanksgiving holiday. Fitness expert Evan Fuentes with Gold's Gym is joining us with a cardio-intensive workout that you can do from home and burn off that bird.
That's right.
The bird isn't the problem. You can eat all the turkey you want, probably. It's all the sides and the desserts that we're burning off. So.
Well, I heard that Wednesday is the most active travel day in the entire year, correct?
Yes.
We're all going to be in our cars, but don't forget about our cardio, okay? That's one thing I'd recommend.
Oh, my my God. It even took me a minute to get that.
That's why I'm here.
I'm with you.
So what we're going to do is...
Dad jokes on high today.
Always, especially when it's the holiday season.
Right. All right. So what are we doing?
So we're going to do a very cardio-intense workout. We all know that we're going to definitely need it after this Thursday. So I'm going to always start off with a warm-up. So always go down using a mat to make sure it's nice and padded. So how I start off, it's very basic, but it's going to get a good burn, is we're going to do these shoulder touches.
Okay.
Get a little side-to-side action. Do this for about 10 to 15 seconds. The second we do that, you're going to do staggered push-ups. So putting one arm in front of the other.
Why staggered?
Because this is going to activate not only just a different muscle group for our chest, but it's also going to activate our core muscles, make sure that we're stable and we're not going anywhere.
All right, cool.
And then once we do that for about 10 to 15 reps, side-to-side jumps.
Oh, yeah, that's... And ladies and gentlemen, that is the warm-up.
Whew. I am warmed up right now.
I know.
can already tell.
Most people are like, that's all I do. That's more than I do for a full workout. All right, so what else?
Well, we definitely have to earn ourselves some cardio points, and the way that I do it right off of this is I like to extend kettlebell up, and I like to do one arm and one leg lunges, keeping the weight above my head.
Okay.
This is going to work core stability. It's going to be very cardio intensive. Not to mention, if you break form, whew, I can already feel it now.
Knock yourself in the head with the
Exactly.
kettlebell.
We do not want to do that.
All right.
So once we do that, both sides, about 10 to 15 reps. Another exercise I'm a big fan of, but you got to make this interesting, is running in place. Sounds very basic, called hands to knees, bringing them up. But also, this can be a little mundane, right? Who wants to do this in a gym or at home? So I like to mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
I can do it called figure skaters, side to sides. We can do switching legs up and down.
Evan, you've made us all tired.
Whew, I'm exhausted already.
Look, I'm hungry for the second plate after all of that now. All right, thank you so much, and happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you, as well.
All right, well, today is going to be a great day to get out and enjoy the sunshine. Maybe you can take those workouts outside today. How high the temperatures are expected to climb? 927. Jonathan Myers now. See what's happening with the forecast. Jonathan, you got plenty to